Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Taken Promotions and All-Star Boxing. He weighed in at 111.4 pounds, wearing white trunks with red trim. He brings a perfect record, 21 fights, 21 victories, 16 of those victories coming by way of knockout, making his first world title defense from Saga.
Neutral corner till I say box. Give me a good, clean fight. Good luck to both of you. Shake hands.
This WBO flyweight world title fight features two Mexican-American trainers, and more importantly, a duel of vicious left hooks between a Japanese champion and a Puerto Rican challenger who's already raised the crown at 108 pounds. Junto Nakatani against Angel Tito Acosta. Pleasure with us here, Bernardo Osuna alongside Tim Bradley and Andre Ward.
I like the neutral posture of Nakatani, how he leans over like that and stays low. It's easy for a taller fighter to stand tall, and they oftentimes get hit by shorter fighters who know how to punch up. Acosta, he's a steady fighter. He likes to apply pressure, but he can also box. It's going to be very interesting to see this fight start to unfold as the rounds progress.
That's a big left hook from Nakatani. No relation to Masayoshi Nakatani, who we've seen fight against Vasily Lomachenko recently.
Yep, Nakatani threw out that bait. That's that lead hand he has there.
Right.
Once again, did it again. He drawed in.
Okay. Box.
Acosta, excuse me, drawed him in and made him pay with the left hand.
Don't grab. Box.
There's that stick.
Yeah, keeping him occupied, keeping him looking at that hand, and then he, boom, it explodes with the backhand. That's the hand that he really wants to land, Nakatani, the left hand.
We heard of a lot of southpaws that were converted to right-handed fighters, while Nakatani is the opposite. He's a natural right-hander who was switched southpaw, and that left is vicious. And so is his jab as he goes to the body with that left hook.
I can tell you this is not time for Acosta to start getting in a firefight with Nakatani, because he needs to play a little defense, I would say. Nakatani has his timing down already. Boom,
oh, there's a right hand that wobbles him. He landed it right on the temple. Nakatani digging to the body here, and this is a distance that really favors Acosta. But
Bernardo, I love the change in speed of Nakatani. How he's, you know, pawing with the jab, and then he explodes with that backhand, closing the gap quickly on Acosta.
Not a single ticket available for sale here. Even the berm, that grass area on the top of this amphitheater, was sold out because people want to see Oscar Valdez against Robson Conceição. But the reality is, this may be the fight of the night.
Nakatani is not necessarily a fast fighter. He's a quick fighter. And Acosta has to find a way to get inside and punch in between Nakatani's quicker shots, because he can't meet him speed for speed or punch for punch.
That's got to be worrisome for Acosta. The amount of blood flowing from his nose here from the end of round number one. The heat, it's going to be hard to breathe, and it's a target for Nakatani to go after. As he lands right on
he has to try to weather that storm. You don't know how bad that nose is, but you're right. It's a lot of blood early in this fight, especially after the round just started. His team had 60 seconds to stop that blood, so you wonder how bad that nose is and if it's broken.
You break, quiero que sepárense. You two, listen, box.
But he can't focus on it. He's got to fight through it.
It's just dripping blood. It's profuse, and it's the blood that's coming out, but it's also the blood that Acosta's swallowing here in the heat in Tucson, Arizona. That's worrisome. And the punches from Junto Nakatani as Acosta fires back.
Break, step back.
Nakatani's got to settle down and try to get the right shot in there.
I think the doctor's going to check out the nose of Angel Tito Acosta here.
It might be broken. It's a possibility. That's a lot of blood.
Dr. Adalberto Renteria. It's broken. It's bleeding a lot. How do you feel? Good.
He's got a vein inside that it's not stopping. Unless they can stop it, it's not going to stop. Let's see if it's running like this. You want to give him a minute, see if they can put some pressure or do something to it. Otherwise, he's going to be bleeding like this. Yeah. See, it's just coming out.
I want to keep running. The problem is it's not, the bleeding's not stopping.
You want to give his corner a shot at it? No, we can't give him a shot during the round, so we have to continue the round. If we can, if it doesn't stop, we have no choice but to stop the fight. If I can stop it in between rounds.
Si sigue sacando demasiado así, lo van a parar, ¿verdad? Ahorita que hace, le estoy pensando para bajar, que se calme, ¿ok?
If they keep bleeding, we're going to stop the fight.
Que no te peguen en la nariz, porque si no, mira, ¿ok?
Don't let him hit you on the nose because it's not stopping.
But it's still bleeding.
But if not, they can't stop it. And we're going to see a firefight here from Acosta because he senses this urgency, Dre.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing. He knows he doesn't have much time if that blood continues, which it looks like it will. So try to get a shot in there, and hopefully you can land something big.
Acosta's face is a bloody mess here in round number 2, and he wants to fight. He's fighting for his father-in-law who passed away from COVID and his wife who's watching him. And he's a fighter herself. And this is what Acosta has to do. Stay in this fight and not allow the referee to stop it.
It's not a reason to stop a fight. It's not. I don't know what kind of rules they got, but it's not a reason to stop a fight.
Big left hook there from Acosta as Nakatani also fires back.
That's what he needed, Bernardo. That shot right there.
Oscar Garcia is the cut man for Angel.
You have to get the instructions. He has to stop the bleeding as well. I mean, he's the cut man and he's the corner guy. He's giving him instruction, the coach.
I mean, it's still trickling down, but the problem is the first time he gets touched, it's going to start flowing once again. It's just natural, but there's a left hook once again from Junto Nakatani.
Nakatani, kind of like Pacquiao, he likes to get momentum with that left hand and barrel in with it. And I think that may have been the shot that opened up the nose of Acosta, excuse me. And he's got to stay away. If you're going to be outside, do what he's doing right now. Stay all the way outside. If not, you got to be inside to protect that nose and to give yourself the best shot to land some punches.
And Dre, the best punch that I like from Nakatani is the jab. You know, he shoots it. It has power on it. He leaves it out there just a second longer than what I'm used to seeing guys do, just to keep Acosta at range so that way he can land his right hand.
Nakatani doesn't know what to do when Acosta charges him and smothers him like that. You can tell he's very, very uncomfortable.
This fight is going to be stopped by Rocky Burke because there's no way they're going to stop the bleeding. Even though Acosta wants to continue, the question medically here is how much blood can he lose before it's detrimental?
con la nariz. Omar respira por los ojos, porque respira con la nariz, va sangrando.
Don't breathe through your blood, through your mouth. You have to breathe through your nose.
I'm not sure this is an experienced doctor, man. He's giving instructions and saying things that are not according to the rules.
The doctor's worried about the blood going down in his throat and choking. That's what the doctor's worried about.
That was one of the questions. How much blood is detrimental to his health? How much can he swallow? There's that body shot from Acosta. He wants to fight. He's got a warrior spirit.
I think if it starts to affect his performance and you see he's not taking shots well, then you got to make a move. I think Acosta's fine right now.
Yeah, but he got rocked there with the body shot from Nakatani.
And a beautiful uppercut, as well as Acosta leaned forward.
Now the nose is bleeding again.
Yeah, Tim's looking to protect his brand new polo that ESPN gave him. The blood is all over
that blood
the
on me,
place.
man.
Your shirt's looking like Nakatani's trunks, and it's all Acosta's blood as he lands that left hook once again.
Good shot, signature shot from Nakatani. Good left hook from Acosta.
Yeah, and Acosta don't have any answers. He's not picking up that.
Right! Separated to
Round 3 comes.
And Acosta don't have any answers. He's not picking up that.
right! Separated to
Round 3 comes to a close, and once again, the concern has got to be for And there you get the answer to the question from the doctor. He's in Arizona promoting Fury Wilder 3. They're going to need a new one for next week.
Man, listen, Nakatani is a bad boy. He is. He knows how to maintain range, his distance, throws combinations.
It's over.
Starting with his jab. Yep, it is over. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. I've seen guys worse. Fought through broken noses, broken ribs, hands, etc., but like I told you guys, I think it's the reason is there's a lot of blood, Bernardo, and the doctor's worried about it going back in his throat and choking. That's what he's worried about.
Listen, I'm all for fighter safety. You definitely got to keep an eye on something like that, but I think Acosta should have been able to fight on. This is professional prize fighting. It's a brutal sport. We've seen way worse in the sport. I will be the first to say if a referee needs to stop a fight. But in this case, I think it's something you manage. You don't overreact. Yes, it's going to bleed. It's probably fractured or broken. Let him fight it out until you see for sure that, hey, this is affecting his performance. He can't breathe. He hasn't shown us that. This is all hypothetical stuff we're talking about. I wish he could have fought on a little bit longer.
Yeah, man who did fight on through terrible cuts, nosebleeds, all kinds of stuff with Miguel Cotto, the former 4-division world champion out of Puerto Rico and the promoter of Angel Acosta. And here you see the face of victory, Junto Nakatani, who is going to have to buy new trunks because it's all Acosta's blood, and you got to
get rid of those.
Yeah,
get rid of those.
Oh no, you frame those.
I'm not framing them bad, but I might take them to the cleaners and then frame them. I don't know.
That's exactly what I would do.
But that's a smile of a man who came to defend his first world title victory after winning it against Jemiel Magrano in Tokyo in November 2020.
Yeah, I respect Acosta. He never looked for a way out. He continued to say, you know, una más. He wanted to keep pressing and buy himself some time. He landed some good shots. And I like Nakatani. I like his frame. I like his ability, but they've got to go back and work on some things because the more exposure he gets here in the U.S., his opponents are watching these fights too. And when he gets pressed, he's very nervous. He doesn't know how to respond. Inside, he struggles a little bit and he can't get hit with shots from the outside. So good pedigree, but he's got to keep working.
stopping it before it was too late. Let's send it up to Mark Chinook for the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the AVA Amphitheater at Casino del Sol, referee Rocky Burke and ringside physicians call a halt to this bout at 32 seconds of round number 4 due to excessive bleeding, declaring your winner by technical knockout and still WBO flyweight champion of the world, JUNTO NAKATANI!
Big win for JUNTO NAKATANI, who makes a successful first defense of his world title at 112 pounds, where you've got a lot of young talent ready to unify those titles. And Angel Acosta, I'm sure, would love another crack at